Today is Friday, January the 4th. We're going to review the top 10 most profitable trading signals from our trading alerts over the past while. Thanks for joining me on today's video. I'm very interested on this format because it is a hybrid between a live call and the premiere status to pre-schedule some of these videos that I'm doing. And so I do these videos for my own studies so that I can go back and look at what I was deciding and what I was doing in these trades at the time. And just to bring up the standard disclaimer, none of this is trading advice. This is all hypothetical, and some of these trades I am doing, some of them I'm not doing. And though I've taken every effort to ensure that this accurately represents the strategies that I actually do in trading, and I do think it'll help you, there's no guarantees that anything positive will happen. If you're enjoying this format and you like this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already so that you can get updates on our next run of the top current winning trades from our crypto trading alerts package. So let's go take a look at these charts as they were before we got into these trades and made these profits. So here is Link before we got into the trade. And the reason we put this trade alert on is because prices had come down to the 50% level, which happened to match a ton of different technical areas in the past for support and resistance. We could also see that prices were making a consolidation pattern, which is typical of a trend continuation pattern to come down to the 50% level. Then we also saw that the RSI was showing a positive divergence, and that the on-balance volume with this lazy bear indicator was also showing a positive divergence. Now let's take a look and see what happened with this coin. So here again is the screenshot of our chart and pulled back to the time on December the 15th when we did this screenshot. And so we see the 50% level in the Fibonacci, we see the on-balance volume and the RSI diverging, and this is what happened with price afterwards. Prices really have taken off, and now we're up 71% or 70 odd percent in this trade in profits. A really fantastic read of the trend continuation pattern, and really key for practicing the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Buy on the breakout, hold it, keep your stop loss way back, wait for it, the trend continuation formation, and add on to your trade because you've been proven correct. Now you're working with a very little bit of profit actually to get this position laid in there properly. Now let's go on and check out the next one we see is Ethereum up 41% right now. And here's the Ethereum chart for the original alert where we had a cup with handle formation. We can see that the RSI was diverging from the price, very strong, and the on-balance volume was showing that the buying was going from selling overall to a buying overall. Very strong changes. And so continuing on with the Ethereum chart, we can see our cup with handle formation. And then this is where we put our alert on a buy just above these two spikes. And this is what ended up happening, where prices came up above it and then immediately surged to much higher prices. We did get a pretty good retracement back here, but it didn't really turn into a good enough formation to say that it's a trend continuation add-on. And then prices have been breaking out higher and higher again just right now. And we're up some 41% on that trade. Now let's go on to ARK and see what's going on with that one. So here's the original alert, where again we have the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. In December, after our September, October, November lows, we could see the RSI divergence and the on-balance volume was diverging, and so we put this order on at this place. Now ARK is up 26% right now, I believe. And here is the chart where we're in the same time frame as we were just looking at. Here's our 1, 2, 3 bottom formation in December. And then we pull this forward, we can see where we were just tagged into the trade. Then prices have come back up into our buy signal and then surged up. You can see this continuing ascending triangle forming underneath our entry. And then prices have burst up there and given us some nice profits. And it's almost time to be moving our stop loss just above our entry point. We're watching for that now. Next, let's take a look at AGI and the original screenshot where we can see a massive bull, cup with handle, and we were anticipating that prices were going to be breaking higher from this second bowl-shaped formation, and that it was going to be significantly higher from here. And so we'll take a look at what happened in the prices since this December the 2nd alert was put out. So here we are again right about December the 2nd, and as I pull the charts forward, we can see that we did get tagged into the trade, and then prices came back, but they didn't hit our stop loss. Prices came back again, and they are just now retesting these levels at the present time. And so we're in profit more than 20% on this trade already, and it really looks like a fantastic opportunity for this to go to very much higher prices. It's a fantastic chart pattern. I'm really glad to have caught this right now on this video and share it for anybody who's watching. I'd love to hear your reports on these trades down below. If you end up finding something interesting here, come back and leave a comment down below, and I'd be excited to follow up on any kind of success stories you guys have, especially since we're going through things that are already proven winners. ADA, let's take a look at the price chart for that when it was just the alert. So here we are on the 13th of December. We can see the date up here in the screenshot. Prices were making a bottom formation and had changed from a massive negative on balance volume to positive, while the RSI was showing a great divergence from the prices. Really nice chart formation. Many of them that we're finding successful on this time were from this date of the 7th to the 15th of December as a building formation, and then the 15th to the 17th of December, many of the best trades were breaking out of bottom formations at that time. Let's go see what happened with ADA after this entry price. And here we are with the live ADA price chart, where we can see that on balance volume change, the bottom formation, the RSI divergence, and as prices moved along, we can see the breakout above that 1, 2, 3 bottom formation occurred right here on some pretty good strong volume. We can see the unbalanced volumes looking really great. So as prices took off from there, they came back and retested a little bit and then surged up quite a bit higher. This trade has not been stopped out. The stop loss has been left behind so that it would give the market enough room to do whatever it needed to do and stay in the profitable trade. Now we're seeing a massive ascending wedge triangle. While Bitcoin in the background is showing just bullish edging tendencies, we're seeing these patterns showing up in a number of markets now. And this is pretty significant when we zoom out to the 12-hour bars, and we see that we've come out of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation in the middle of December, and now we're coming up to breaking above the levels from the August, September, and October levels, as we were having a massive consolidation there. So to break through these levels is going to be very significant, very, very powerful for the bull. I really like this chart pattern. Another one that I want to hear your comments. If this is something that's helpful to you, put it in the chat right here beside. Be sure to come and join our Discord group where we're talking about the trading signals all the time. Now let's go on and see which ones are next. We have ENJ, TRX, EOS, Dent, and Litecoin to go through. So ENJ, here is the alert signal from the 7th of December. So again, we're seeing these bottom formations. This one held its bottom formation and was making some candles to the upside. And so I called this a springboard trade entry. We're looking at the 4-hour price bars, and you can see where the entry level was and the stop loss level was. Let's see the price chart as it turned out. And here is our market looking at the 12-hour bars right at December the 7th. And we can see what happened. Prices went above there and broke in. This is where we got our alert was triggered. And prices have moved above there, and now we've moved our stop loss up above our entry point to protect that original investment. And we're sitting there watching what ENJ is going to be doing. And it's sitting at 21% profit. Let's do the last couple here. We've got TRX to look at. Let's see what this alert will look like before the trade was actually initiated. So this was back on December the 8th. We can see that it was looking at the price spike, the surge, and then the long downtrend. But in August, September, October, this really laid flat and it was looking like it was building up to something. Let's go and take a look at what actually happened. When we see the same long-term view with the surge and then the prices going flat, Now I'm going to zoom in on where the prices came down to. So we've got this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, like a double or a triple two, and then prices are coming up and pressing and pressing and pressing up against these prior highs. It's really looking bullish from my perspective. And then prices broke through that and they strongly surged up. Now we've seen them consolidate a little bit and then surge higher from here. This would be the time we'd move our stop loss up again underneath these technical levels and just hang on and see how correct we actually are. So this one is up some 20 odd percent as well from our entry here at 410. Now it's at 550 or 560 satoshis. Really nice trade, this one. Really like it. And so if you're interested in learning more about how we come up with our winning trades, you can go over to IntroToCryptos.ca/alerts and you can learn about the alerts package that we have. What's included, what do we do to come up with these alerts, and how do you get that information so that it's helpful to you at the right time. EOS, let's take a look at this one. So EOS is similar again, where we've got the 7th to the 15th of December. We've got a little bottom formation. We've got the on-balance volume going positive, the RSIs diverging, and so the entry, the price alert goes on. And here we are looking at the EOS chart from the 7th to the 15th of December. The on-balance volume, the RSI is strong, 1, 2, 3 bottom formation breaking out on the high side, then the moving averages crossed over. Now, granted, we are looking at the 4-hour bars, so this is a lot more volatile, but all of these patterns really line up for the simple trading plan in one of its variations, using it on the 4-hour bars. So prices surged up, they came back and retested levels, but never really came back all the way to the bottom formation. And they're showing some pretty great strength patterns right now. Should Bitcoin break higher from these levels, then I believe this ascending triangle is going to make a good price move strong to the upside as well, comparative to where it is now. Really great looking chart. Another really wonderful trade to get in here, up some 20% or what have you, and it's looking like it's consolidating to go higher. So another one, we have Dent and LTC. So here's Dent, and we identified some patterns from way back in September. There was a huge amount of buying going on. In the end of October and beginning of November, another huge amount of buying, a less amount of selling going on, some buying activity, and that laying along these levels was a springboard trade entry. And we saw a lot of other things getting bullish, so it's time to be paying closer attention to these markets that are laying flat and showing all of the conditions for a move. And so here we are again, zooming in on the live chart where we see the big on-balance volume buying occurring earlier in September and then October and November. And then prices were laying flat here, and we saw the RSI divergence, and then prices have given us a bit of a volatile start off, but overall they really moved up and they didn't come back to retest old lows, and so we're still in on this trade for 19% right now. Litecoin, let's take a look at that one. We did a couple trades on Litecoin, and this was earlier. You can see as prices were down here again on the 7th to the 13th, 14th, 15th of December. The 17th was a really key day for Bitcoin and for Litecoin. And from this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation right at historical lows, this is where we put our order in, and let's go see what happened. So here we are with Litecoin prices zoomed in to the 7th to the 15th of December. And so we can see here on the 17th of December, 14th, and then here on the 16th of December, prices really started to take off with Litecoin. They retraced probably right back to the 50% level, and then on again back to the 50% level, and now we have this ascending wedge triangle. It seems to be having pressure more to the upside, more to the upside. And so this is a great trade again. We got in on this bottom formation right here. Prices never came back to retest our levels significantly. So as soon as we identified this, we were correct right away, and we're just good to hold this trade, leave our stop loss down, let the market do its thing, and see where this trade ends up taking us. In another video, we'll go over the top formations and when to take your profits and when to get out. and we'll be talking more about that as time comes up. Zoom out on Litecoin prices, and we can see what a beautiful bottom formation this is. And so that we are right now up 17% on that huge bottom formation. I anticipate this is going to be pretty fantastic. By the time this trade comes to the top formations that we are looking for and tells us to get out of the trade, I think it's going to be some fantastic profits. If you haven't already, I invite you to come and join us on our free Discord chat, where we have all sorts of ongoing updates about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, all of the major coins in our free general chat. If you subscribe to the alert service, then you also get additional deeper reports on all of our alerts as they are unfolding. We get a private trading journal area, as well as some additional bonuses in the BitMEX trading. And so there you have it. That is the before and after view of our top 10 trading alerts right now on IntroToCryptos.ca. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll create another video again with this same format to keep you up to date on our current winning trades from our trading alert signals.